Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So pretty much you already know how this works. We have Mike Pence, the VP, considering he takes the presidential role, versus of course Joe Biden, the former vice president. Essentially, it would be a VP versus VP map. But yeah, so Biden is an extremely strong candidate. So we're gonna start off. Actually, I don't think I've ever started off on the Northeast in one of my videos. That may be something new, or maybe I did. I don't know, but I highly doubt I did. But yeah, so starting off in the Northeast, I think that Biden would carry every state that I made blue, including Maine's second district. I don't think, again, Pence with the businessman appeal, I gave it to him against Kane. I don't think he would win it against Biden. Going over to Pennsylvania, Biden's home state, whatever, the state he was born in. Not necessarily the home state, but the state he was born in, and he definitely helped Obama's numbers in Pennsylvania. Again, I think that would go to Joe Biden. Going up to New Hampshire, I think Biden would also carry New Hampshire against Mike Pence. I just think that he would expand on Hillary Clinton's voting margin up in the Northeast and across the Rust Belt. And then going to parts of the Rust Belt, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. I also thought about doing something in like poll closing style, so starting off with each state, going through the poll closing instead of just going each state to state. But yeah, so we're going to fill in I believe the Rust Belt would go blue and go to Joe Biden. I think he would be a very good candidate appealing to the white working class. Going down to Illinois, again, another reliably Democratic state, same thing in West Virginia. But now we're going to fill in some Trump states. So West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Indiana, Biden is a very strong candidate. I mean, going against Mike Pence, I understand that Mike Pence may be a better candidate than Donald Trump. However, I think that Biden is an extremely strong candidate enough to win a number of states. So let's go up to throughout the map. That one electoral vote from Nebraska, I think, would go to Joe Biden by a narrow margin. South Carolina, I don't see that changing much. Wyoming, Idaho, Utah, Alaska. Now for the Biden states. I pretty much filled in over here, going over to New Mexico, Colorado, states that I think Joe Biden would carry in a general election. I think he would definitely be able to appeal to the voters over here. Same thing in Nevada and going down to Hawaii. But up in Washington, Oregon, reliably Democratic almost every election season. And now we're going to go over to the state of Florida. So the state of Florida, I think that Joe Biden would easily carry Florida. Not by a comfortable margin, but I think he would easily be able to do it. I don't think he would need to campaign as much as Pence would in order to win the state. And I think that Pence would be so much tied into the Trump administration that Biden would be able to win in Florida. Going up to Georgia, I think Pence would be able to solidify the conservative base up in Georgia and Missouri and Arizona enough to win him their electoral votes. But going over to North Carolina, I think that Biden would carry North Carolina by a very narrow margin. And same thing with Ohio. I think that Biden would carry Ohio and ultimately flip a state that solidly went to Donald Trump. And then we go over to the state of Iowa. This state is very close in a lot of elections. I think would narrowly go to Pence again with that conservative base behind him. And then we're going to fill in California for Biden, giving him 342 electoral votes. I don't know why I waited to fill in California. Another thing about California, I think I just did Kamala Harris, and I think the map was exactly the same. Either way, I think they're extremely strong candidates, which is why. But I think there would be different reasons as to why Biden would win specific states rather than Kamala Harris. I think she would be able to spike African-American turnout, whereas Biden, I think, could do the same, but I think he could definitely grab more white voters rather than women voters. So final electoral map. 342 electoral votes for Joe Biden, 196 for Mike Pence. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you all later today.